Hi there, I'm Christy Coloutti, the principal of Northwest Primary School, and we are excited here to have another episode of the Rutland City Learning Lounge. I have two students here from Rutland Middle School, and I will have them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Sarah Lind, and I'm in 7th grade.
Hi, my name is Nova Woodard, and I'm also in 7th grade.
All right, so this is their first time on PEG TV. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
A little nervous, of course, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit, why are we here today, and what are we talking about?
So we're talking about autism awareness because in April it's Autism Awareness Month, and we wanted to do this presentation because Nova and I saw some of our peers with autism being mistreated.
Okay, great.
I'm part of an RMS Unified PE class, so I work with students with autism, and one day there was one of the students that came in feeling like she was being mistreated, and she was very upset, so I thought it was a good opportunity to bring it in front of the school to just spread the awareness.
Awesome. So you mentioned something called Unified PE. For those, this is going to be to the community. Mm-hmm. They may not know what that is. What is Unified PE? Can you tell me a little bit what that means?
Yeah, it's a class where peers and the athletes are students with autism or other disabilities. They're partnered up, and peers get to support athletes in different gym activities. It gives kids with disabilities a chance to spend time together who might not be able to.
Nice. Did you guys do unified sports when you were at the intermediate school? Did you attend Rutland Intermediate School at all?
I mean, we did sports, but we didn't do unified
sports.
Yeah.
There was no unified sports, and there was no sports through the school. It was just it's just middle school.
Yeah. So what have you learned by doing unified PE class? Is this your first year doing it, or what have you learned from it?
Nova's the only one that does unified PE.
Okay, so tell me about your schedule. How does that look?
I mean, it's it's my WIN block, so we go to the block and all the students come in and we partner up. We ask them a question about any question, what's their favorite superhero, just to get a conversation going. And I've learned to be patient with them and just give them an opportunity to feel free and supported. And I also learned to see it from their point of view and be I don't know, just support them. Yeah.
Were you provided any training or any ways, because I think like you said, you had to build the relationship with them, right? That's important.
Yeah. We have there's some days where the athletes, kids with the disabilities, don't come in, and just the peers come in, and then we talk about ways we can help them more and do better. But I think what happened was they picked certain students that they felt had good patient skills and stuff like that to help with them. So yeah.
Nice. Is there anything on the presentation you want me to move it forward for us? Does anybody want to talk about World Autism Awareness? Do you want to give some information about this?
So April is a World Autism Awareness Month because 1 in 36 children in the U.S. have autism, and up from the previous rate of 1 in 44. 1 in 45 adults in the U.S. have autism. In the U.S., about 4 in 100 boys and 1 in 100 girls have autism. Boys are nearly 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with autism than girls. While we do not know all the causes of ASD, which is autism spectrum disorder, we have learned that there are likely more contributing factors, including genes, early brain development, and the environment, and there is no cure for this ASD.
Yeah. And I think it's really important that they call it a spectrum, right? Because you may have just a couple of characteristics that people are able to go about their everyday lives with, but then you also have an extreme, right? Where there's lots of challenges for folks.
So what is autism? Autism is a condition that affects how a person thinks, interacts, and experiences the world. We had a video with this. There we go. What does it mean to have a disability? Having a disability means that you're encountering not only physical conditions, but others like mental, sensory, or developmental. With these conditions, it impacts a person's ability to perform certain types of activities in the way that majority of people can do. Often people make fun of people with disabilities. We should fix that. That is a major problem that can affect someone's life negatively. We have to start seeing people for who they truly are and not for what they can and can't do.
Seeing potential in everyone. One thing we notice that people have been making unkind comments about disabled people or just people in general. Making comments about anyone is not okay. People with disabilities are not things to be ridiculed or used as a source of entertainment. As a community, we need to stop this behavior, stop seeing people for their disabilities, and start seeing them for their abilities. Please watch this video, about autism.
All right, so how can we fix our attitude?
So we can fix our attitude by recognizing that 1 out of 45 adults have an autism diagnosis, which means that you can meet 4 to 5 people with this condition in our lunchroom or just in general.
Definitely.
Just close your eyes and think about times that you've made fun of people with or without a disability, and just think how did that help you in a way? How did that, why, And just think about how that could have affected that person in a negative way, and think to yourself that you won't do it again. You're going to change yourself, because if you really think about it, making an unkind comment about anyone just doesn't make you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Does no good, right?
Yeah, no.
So you guys, and I'm kind of going off the slides a bit, but
You're good.
So you're sharing this here with the community. How are you sharing this message in your school? Middle school is a really hard time, right? Kids can be really mean at the middle school age, and we've all been through it, and it's when you talk to folks. So how are you helping your peers and sending the message in your school?
So we were nervous, but that didn't stop me from doing it because it was the right thing to do.
Did you present this to
our whole school?
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this didn't stop me. I don't think it stopped Nova.
No.
Especially since she's in unified PE and she gets to experience that.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just something inside me just says
Just
it
do
just
it.
doesn't. Yeah. Just do it.
What kind of response did you get from your friends?
We got some people judging us, and we got some
Sure.
people saying that we did a great job and that they really, they see it and they want to fix it. But we're trying really hard to fix the people that were still making fun of it. And, if we hear an unkind comment, we always say something.
Good.
We never just let them not.
Be a bystander,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're not helping, just watching other people do it, for sure. That's awesome. I didn't realize you guys presented it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
How to show empathy. You can show empathy by imagining you had a condition or something you couldn't control. Imagine being made fun of for it or getting left out. People who were born with differences didn't choose to be born with those differences, but we choose to behave the way we do towards people.
Mm-hmm.
Please watch this small video on the effects that labels have on all people.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and remember to treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, that's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you guys ever thought about your future, what you want to do when you get older, careers or anything like that?
Yeah, I got told I should be a nurse, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was because my dad and other family members and my friends say how helpful I am and how caring I am, and that they just feel that would be a good job for me.
How about you, Nova?
Well, I have an older sister that I look up to a lot. She played professional soccer, and that's always something I wanted to do. And she got injured recently, so she had to unfortunately quit soccer kind of. And she actually works with autism people. She goes to I don't know what it's called, but somewhere where she actually works with them. And I feel that would just be a good job. It's kind of therapy, but so I would also like to do what she's doing.
I was thinking being a special educator, right? So
Yeah.
that's the career path I chose. I was a special educator for many years before I became a principal, and every day you have the chance to make a difference in young people's lives. And maybe next year when you're at the middle school, you can come over to the intermediate school and do some mentoring of students. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say you guys are very brave to do this.
Thank you.
And even more brave to do it in front of your friends at school, because, you know, sometimes it's hard to get the aftermath of what people say or whatever, but I think standing up for folks is really important, and I think you guys did a really good job demonstrating that. Any final thoughts before we leave? Any thoughts to the community? If anybody has any questions about your presentation, can they reach out to the middle school and maybe ask some questions or whatnot? Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. This concludes our episode of the Rutland City Learning Lounge. I'm super excited and proud of these girls and having them spread their information with you. So everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next month.